Erica first got here, as soon as I met her, I knew she was going to fit in. She was focused, and none of us had any apprehension.
She always comes in with a positive attitude every day. She's always got a smile on her face. Never complains. Always happy to see everybody. Very approachable. If you need something done, you can always just go up and ask her. She's ready to, and willing to do anything. That's what I like about her.
What I like about working here is the atmosphere. It's serene. It's a pleasant environment to work in. Everybody here is nice to me. I mean, everyone here is nice to me. As a housekeeper, I walk in close to 10, and I do various tasks, such as I start out with the coffee station, wipe it down, stock it up, and I would stock flip-flops. Like, put on a towel and I wipe down the in the spot area, the little niches where the votive candles on the wall. Make it sure it's free of dust and make sure it shines and glows.
Oh yeah, I had her walking runway upstairs in the lunchroom. The music was on and I saw her dancing and everything. I was like, oh, you like to dance? And she's like, yeah. And I asked her, I was like, do you know how to walk the runway? And she's like, yeah, I do. We had her doing that too. So anything to make her feel part of the family here.
I thought of moving out many times, but there's certain aspects of skills that I need to work on more in order to be fully independent. I even liked having my hair done here. They did a good job with it. It looked so good, I couldn't help but have a picture taken of my first haircut here.
Squanna's a very pleasant employee. She's very dedicated to her work. Detail-oriented. She's been cross-trained in multiple departments. She's very pleasant and gets along with everybody here. It's a pleasure to have her here.
Well, I started working maybe because overtime was allowed 50 hours a week. And then because of our business growing, we started working 60 hours a week. And I started working in kitting, which is downstairs. Which I work in shipping now. So therefore that means stuff comes from kitting, comes up to shipping. I do like working here a lot, yes. It's a good job, very simple, but very, I would say, exciting at the same time. There's such change. My life is not boring, it's just pretty simple. I go to work, I come home, help with my younger siblings, and I go to church on Sundays.
She's a very pleasant person to be around. She works very well with others. We have a lot of different programs that we run here, parties and things like that to celebrate the employees and whatnot, and Squanna is very much involved in that. She'll bring food in for the team and things like that.
I have a goal. I really have a goal. I do spend some money, but not as much as my employers want me to do. They were like, why don't I have some fun, start spending some money? I have all this saved. But it's just like when you have goals that cost so much that, that could have unexplainable, financial detail, you kind of have to save. I'm a family of 14. You learn what's more important. A good roof over your head, food on your table, or something that you're just gonna squander and just say, you're gonna live that moment for a day, versus, hey, saving money for a car. Betsy, she helped me so much. She helped me with, I would say, just relaxing and not to worry much. She taught me how to keep my ideas really centered, really basic. Before, when I was young, I would be everywhere. Now I'm more set in stone.
Greg is one of our packaging operators. So his main job is he operates the case sealer. He palletizes the bulk of all the cases that come off the bottling line. On a given run, he'll probably do 1,000, 1,200 cases per run. And he's a very hard worker. We really appreciate what he does here because it's not an easy job. He's constantly lifting 30 pounds at a time.
Basically, I work in shipping, and my job entails basically stacking boxes. Some other jobs also include like filling cases with bottles, making cases, keeping an eye on those machines when they're working.
They like to have him around the brewery. He's got a good personality. He tries to be funny and make jokes here and there, and the guys seem to really like him.
There may be things I would like to learn how to do, like I keep saying learn how to use a forklift or try to homebrew a bit. But right about now, I'm all right where I am, and that's okay with me. I try to save. It's relatively unsuccessful most of the time. Generally, most of my stuff is going towards like rent and all that. But I still have a bit left over for have fun. Most of it's watching old movies, video games, of course, and a good mystery novel every once in a while.
My name is Brooks Tanner. I'm the executive chef at Rock Hill. I've worked with Walter for about 6 months. What I love about working with Walter is the fact that he's always smiling. In kitchens, it's very hardcore at times. There's specific things I want at specific times, and there's a lot of time management involved. Walter's always there to make me smile. His stuff's always ready on time, and it's very quality product. Walter does a lot of things. We're actually expanding his duties. He does a lot of prep right now. He makes all our meatballs. He does jobs that are very detail-oriented. Making a meatball might not be too difficult, but making 2,000 meatballs all consistent is very tough,
I love Rock Hill, love being here, all the great people here, working here. They always try my hardest. Sometimes I ask for help. They are great to help me and understand. At Rock Hill I do food prep and a little bit of bacon, cut onions, making burgers.
I'd be hurt without Walter. He's become part of my family. What we do is it's very family oriented. I spend more time with Walter than I do my family. A lot of chefs and cooks are very egotistical and they don't want to ask for help, and they tend to serve something that might be subpar or not up to the level that it could be. And that's what's great about Walter and the team that we have. It's a lot of communication. So Walter says he needs help lifting something, or I might need help lifting something, or whatever it may be. Simple questions asked, and we kind of all work it out together and move on.
I went to travel on the countries and try the food. In business, spending money, not saving. But I try to save money. And I to spend my money on my sisters. I hope I've been working here for a long time. Here, I feel like a family.
Chris is like the best thing that ever happened to me since I got married. I mean, I had a couple of kids along the way, but Chris is really incredible. Before Chris came, so, I give a big class over here Monday evenings, and Mindy has this wonderful idea that we should hire somebody like Chris to come in and to help. And I jumped at it, and it has been an absolute pleasure working with Chris. And now I look good. Everybody says, oh, wow, look what the rabbi did. Everything is set up so beautifully. They don't know that the magician behind the screen, it's really all Chris. Chris does it all.
Well, this classroom here, I come in here and I set up the lights so I can see. I go around and I sweep up the floors with broom and dustpan right over there. And then I set up the tables using all the pictures. This is a way to ever set up the table in a square, like this. Let's just say my favorite part of the job, mostly than anything, is setting up all the different parts of the classroom. So that's what I enjoy the first task. When I go to ShopRite, I go all around. I use the list, like with as many things as I get, to buy whatever it is that the rabbi asks me to get for him. When I first started going shopping, I make sure all of it is all kosher, the products that I pick out. Like these right here are the food symbols.
He comes to work every single week dressed perfectly. And that's really something which is very beautiful. I have a job as a rabbi. True, it's a special job, but I have to make the job special as well. I always have to be on my A game. Chris is always on his A game. I got to be on my A game as well. And that's a very special lesson that I learned from Chris.
My dreams for future are theater and film that I'll be participating in. And to learn how to be a good actor and singer and dancer and all that stuff. But there are a lot of things you can learn, like being a director and writer. That's something next I'm going to be learning a lot.
Tracy, honestly, started as a soft lines team member, and since then we have used her all over the building. She helps out with unloading the truck sometimes with just regular push around the store. She's helped with grocery push, so pushing food. I know it's not her favorite because it gets a little cold, but she's a trooper and she comes in with a smile and loves to do it, and we're happy to have her. So we love her. We use her everywhere.
Tracy is incredible. She's the person, when any of us come in and we look at the schedule to see who we're working with for the day, and we see Tracy's name, we know it's gonna be a good day.
We decided to go try retail and got hired right on the spot. And I only got hired for seasonal, but they kept me. There'll be a year on Thursday. They're called huddles, where they tell you things about the day, like the sales and stuff. They also ask each team member and team leader who they like to recognize. And Dee and Sam, they recognize me like all the time.
Her attendance is incredible. She's always early. She's never late. She never calls out. The best part about it is I genuinely like her. She brightens up my day every time I work with her. She has a great way of looking at things. She's just positive. It makes me happy.
I like to shop and like to hang out with my friends. We take trips to Lancaster and Peddler's Village, and we do a lot of fun stuff on the weekends. It might take a long time, but probably for like an apartment. Like, not to get out of my mom's house, because I love helping her, but just to be more on my own. That's one of my goals.